If buying a full-size truck is not realistic, why not build a miniature version instead? It will slide right into a garage or even a shed, and you can cruise around the yard without turning the grass into a smoothie. Plus, this little truck has just enough room for a driver. Imagine how fun it must be to take it for a spin, and then jokingly add truck driving experience to your resume. But fair warning, do it yourself. Builds like this can swallow up an unbelievable amount of time. The one in this video has been in progress for over 5 years and has been upgraded with a 3-cylinder Kubota diesel engine, a 3-speed manual transmission, air suspension, working headlights, turn signals, and yes, even a rear-view camera. We are meeting an expert from Indonesia, a true meister at crafting miniature cars. Just take a look at what he has done with this Mini Cooper. This already tiny car has been scaled down so much, it actually feels shorter than some ATVs. And yet, despite its small size, the Mini Cooper cruises down the road effortlessly. Sure, shifting gears is not the most convenient, and the driver's head practically brushes the ceiling, but what really counts is the pure joy this little car radiates, even through the screen. You can feel the excitement. Meet the Jimboat 6.5. Truly, every kid's dream. According to the seller, this little boat was built completely from scratch. Inspired by its full-sized siblings, it is saltwater ready and powered by electricity instead of gasoline, which makes it wonderfully quiet and completely odor-free. A full charge gives you 4 hours of cruising, more than enough time to enjoy the ride. On board, you will find Bluetooth audio, USB and radio support, fishing rod holders, and yes, even a cup holder. Speed-wise, it is no rocket, topping out at 10 kilometers per hour, but that just means extra peace of mind for parents and a win for the family budget too. Listed for a modest $1,800. It is quite a bargain compared to the other vehicles on this list. Way, what is that, a suitcase with headlights? That is the iconic PLP50. Many publications hail it as the smallest car in the entire world, weighing just 59 kilograms. Parking becomes almost laughably easy. It is powered by a tiny but mighty 4.2 horsepower engine, which is just enough to push it to 45 kilometers per hour. You might be asking, who on earth could actually fit inside such a tiny cabin? Well, the designers of the PLP50 knew exactly what they were doing. At one point, even Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson managed to squeeze himself in. Let us step back into the garage of automotive history, where a stunning miniature version of the 1950 Jaguar XK 120 Le Mans is waiting. This rare gem is offered by Junior Dream Cars, though the price is only given upon request, and that makes sense, because only 3 of these mini Jaguars were ever built. Each one is hand-assembled with care, so you can imagine just how high the price tag could climb. Despite its small size, this beauty can still hit speeds of 70 kilometers per hour. Every detail was crafted to feel special, with a custom windshield, faux lights, and that unmistakable racing charm. This little off-roader, the Land Junior, is practically inviting you on a mini safari, sold by Junior Dream Cars. It is built at a 1:2 scale, but do not be fooled. Its performance easily rivals that of modern all-wheel drive machines. The designers gave it a 1.2 kilowatt electric motor paired with 4 batteries, offering around 3 hours of runtime. Its top speed may be a modest 45 kilometers per hour. And its boxy design is not exactly sleek, but that is the charm. Reliability, practicality, and pure simplicity define this mini off-roader. Sure, you could race around in a Mercedes, but the Land Junior is built for steady off-road adventures. Prices start at $8,250. Wheels, a similarly fascinating destiny awaited the Tamiya Wild 1 Max. Once just a hit RC car from the 1980s, it is now reborn as a fully functional ride. And quite an extraordinary one. This zippy 2-seater electric machine can hit speeds of roughly 96 kilometers per hour. With a range of 200 kilometers, it is officially recognized as a street-legal electric quadricycle, and production is limited to only 100 units. The price? It will cost you around $42,000. It is yours, a monster truck in a mini form, custom grave digger. With its own trailer, what a daring and brilliant concept, and it looks absolutely stunning. And it does not come alone. The trailer carries a trike styled like the Polaris slingshot, just waiting for its time to shine. Imagine unwrapping these engineering marvels as childhood gifts who would still want gaming consoles when they could have this. This little monster truck rolls fearlessly over rough terrain, its air suspension making every ride smooth. It even has working headlights and a functional winch. The craftsmanship is outstanding, especially with that gorgeous rose gold paint and premium graphic wrap. What do you think is the most surprising thing about this tiny car? Is it the wild design? No. Is it the small size, yet still roomy enough for an adult to drive? Not quite. Maybe it is difficult to handle. No problems there. It even has a reverse gear. So what is the twist? It turns out, you can legally drive this car on public roads. The experts at Microlino have turned their attention to tiny electric cars, taking inspiration from the 1950s Isetta microcar. They have built a modernized version. Its design, with those charming retro details, instantly grabs your eye, and the single front opening door stays true to the classic Isetta style. But inside, it is completely modern. First, the Microlino offers a range of 200 kilometers on a full charge. Second, just like the XEV Yoyo Pro, its top speed is limited to 90 kilometers per hour. Prices start at $119,500. But the biggest surprise, the slightly scaled down Microlino Lite, which in some European countries can legally be driven by 14-year-olds. Anyone seen Ice Road or License to Kill? The next vehicle on our list, the legendary Kenworth W900, appeared in both films. This heavy-duty truck has been in production since 1961 and remains one of the longest-running models ever built. Practicality, reliability, and that bold, classic cab-over design. It has everything. No wonder so many dream of owning a W900, whether full-sized or in a compact replica. This custom-built version from New Zealand proves the point. Created in 2020 as a special order, it stands out not just for its striking color, but for the incredible attention to detail. They're charming, fun, and unique. Plus, just as remarkable as their full-sized brothers. Ready to be captivated by these miniature cars? Then let's dive in. Some reviews have crowned the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Roadster as the most exclusive German convertible in history. Designed over 60 years ago, it still dazzles with its elegance even in this kid-sized version. The Mini 300 SL is 40% smaller than the original, yet drives like a real car. According to its seller, Junior Dream Cars, the young driver can push it to 75 kilometers per hour, thanks to the 110cc 4-stroke gas engine. Naturally, this mini Mercedes carries a maxi price tag. Not only is it fast, but it's also one of the most luxurious models in the Junior Dream Cars lineup, with prices starting at $21,300. You might not recognize the name Piaggio, but you have almost certainly heard of their scooter, the Vespa. It has been featured in movies, music, and books, and has rolled down streets all over the globe. In fact, it was the first commercially successful motor scooter ever made. However, Piaggio suspected that sooner or later, Vespa riders would want to step up from a scooter to a car, so they created the Vespa 400, a microcar, with everything you would need. 4 wheels, 14 horsepower, and a top speed of about 89 kilometers per hour. It became hugely popular. With over 30,000 units produced, its run eventually ended when similarly priced but more versatile options like the Citroën 2CV hit the market. But in the hearts of small car lovers, it is still alive and well to this day. If you admire the legendary Ferrari F40, but want something easier on the wallet, take a look at the Ferrari Agostini 308 GTS Kitty. You can track one down for about $9,200 if you browse auction listings. This isn't just a charming little car, it's also quite rare. Some sellers claim only 1 to 100 units of the Ferrari Agostini 308 GTS Kitty were ever made. It runs on a single-cylinder Briggs & Stratton gas engine far cheaper to maintain than the V8s found in full-sized Ferraris. And even with its smaller size, it's still perfect for the kids' version of Le Mans. This Ferrari is among the most affordable in the world, priced at just $25,000. Sure, it is small, but it carries real history. This car was built as a display prop for the grand opening of Ferrari's very first dealership in Moscow, and it is a scaled-down replica of the legendary F40. Interestingly, its engine is not Italian at all, but Japanese, courtesy of Honda. Still, it is powerful enough to reach speeds of up to 32 kilometers per hour. The body, however, is fully certified as an accurate reproduction of the original, only smaller, and the specialists who crafted it are the very same experts who build Ferrari's Formula 1 mini models. The Cyberquad is basically the Cybertruck's little sibling, but built as an ATV just for kids. Quite an exciting ride, and surprisingly quick too. Like the Cybertruck, it's fully electric and can hit speeds of up to 60 kilometers per hour. The Cyberquad is priced at $1,650, but you can't just buy it anywhere. It's only available to Tesla owners who can verify their accounts. Clever, right? This is how children's toys turn into highly sought-after exclusives ones. Even many adults can't manage to get livery lovers rejoice. Here comes another miniature racing legend. The Lotus Type 49, a true Formula 1 icon of the 1960s. This was the very car piloted by Jim Clark, the legendary driver. Many motorsport fans place even above Alain Prost and Michael Schumacher. Built at a 1:2 scale, it still packs plenty of punch with an 8-horsepower engine capable of hitting an impressive 80 kilometers per hour. The lucky buyer of this mini Formula 1 machine also gets a plush leather interior, a quick-release steering wheel, and 4 fully adjustable shock absorbers. As expected, this beauty is sold by Junior Dream Cars. If you are ready to pay the price of $1,290, Bilda's excitement takes center stage. Next up is the electric child of a speedboat and a jet ski. The concept is simple: feel the rush of go-karting, but this time on water. At first glance, this little craft may look like nothing more than a toy, but don't be fooled. It's packed with surprises. Any rider bold enough to jump in must tame the power of its 15-kilowatt motor, reaching speeds up to 52 kilometers per hour. With a max load of 130 kilograms, riders can share the thrill soaking in the splashes and the adrenaline with a friend. And speaking of sharing, splitting the cost might be wise, since this machine carries a price tag of $6,000. The next project is a scaled-down replica of the Japanese racing car Sigma MC73, which competed at Le Mans back in 1973. During qualifying, it unexpectedly secured the 14th fastest time. However, things did not go quite as smoothly during the race by around 4m. The clutch failed. It is fascinating to wonder just how reliable the mini version of the Sigma MC73 turned out to be, especially since it was built for a Le Mans race as well, albeit a children's one. Homemade tanks on the move? Absolutely. There are enough of them worldwide to form an entire armored battalion. Some even end up at exhibitions. Here's a clip from the GIE Expo. These days, you can buy not just individual parts, but full assembly kits. One manufacturer says this kind of project is a perfect way to bring kids and adults together. Plus, tracked platforms aren't just for tanks. They can also be transformed into rugged, all-terrain mini vehicles for camping, hunting, and fishing. The Moto DB10 and DB20 bring the thrill of full-sized enduro bikes into a beginner-friendly package. Both motorcycles can hit speeds of up to 48 kilometers per hour. But if the young rider is not quite ready for that, There is a throttle limiter to keep everything safe and controlled. The DB10 and DB20 also feature electric starters and dependable 4-stroke gas engines, 107 and 110cc respectively. They are lightweight and easy to handle, making them ideal for learning. And best of all, they will not break the bank, costing around $650. The tireless team at Junior Dream Cars brings us two rare yet absolutely kid-friendly vehicles. The first is the 911 Carrera. For some reason, the company's website keeps details scarce, only saying it's exclusive. But the second one comes with facts that will make your jaw drop. It's the Agostini 911 Jr, produced back in 1986. This car is incredibly rare, making it a must-have, not just for parents, but for collectors as well. The Agostini 911 Jr isn't just a fun buy, it's a true investment. Its current price sits at $10,750. Roads small enough to be adorable, yet powerful enough to burn rubber. What a perfect step-van combo. These tiny vans are guaranteed to get anyone's adrenaline racing, and if that is not enough, you can actually hop in and take the wheel yourself, pushing this four-wheeled marvel to speeds that will make your hair stand on end. This inside the cabin footage alone is enough to give you chills, so tell me, would you dare squeeze into one and take it for a spin? The term hot rod first gained popularity in the 1930s, and it's never gone out of style. Who could forget those roaring machines built for pure speed? Hot rods continue to captivate both adults and kids alike. And here comes a compact yet spirited little hot rod. It measures only 198 centimeters long, but the kids inside don't seem to mind at all. Their joyful smiles are likely the greatest compliment its creator could ever receive. Everything in the Mini Nova is entirely custom built, from the pedals to the seat. This little race car sits on a 2.5 centimeter chrome tube frame, powered by a 250cc engine paired with a thrilling 5-speed transmission. Surprisingly, the body is not fiberglass, but sheet metal. And of course, the Mini Nova rolls on slick racing tires. What else could it be? Now, let us switch gears to the PLP 50 weight. What is that? A suitcase with headlights. Back in the day, the BR Mopeta microcar never reached the success its creator had hoped for. Bruch Mopeta's developer had big dreams, even planning for the car to be amphibious. But that vision never came to life, and only 14 BR Mopeta units were ever built. Each one came with very modest features, including a single-cylinder 2-stroke engine that topped out at just 35 kilometers per hour. Its quirky egg-shaped body and 3 wheels didn't help its popularity much. Still, it carries a special charm that makes you want to know more about it. The Mini Caterham Super 7 is a true treat for classic car lovers. A playful tribute to the iconic 2-seater sports car. It is modeled after. The original has been in production since 1973 and is still available today, both as a fully assembled vehicle and as do-it-yourself. Kits for those who love a hands-on project. This scaled-down replica is made just for kids, runs on electricity, and most importantly, keeps that irresistibly charming spirit intact. A tiny Jeep with massive potential, that's the perfect way to describe this marvel. Just picture the thrill of ripping through the mud with it. Its ground clearance of 46 centimeters isn't just for looks. The seller claims it's built for kids and teens, yet many adults can't resist grabbing the wheel. And why should they? It can handle up to 250 kilograms and hit speeds of up to 80 kilometers per hour, all thanks to its powerful 150cc engine. Pretty amazing. The only drawback, the price is revealed only upon request, so how much would you be willing to pay? The creators of the XEV Yoyo Pro set out to target the budget electric car niche. Whether they pulled it off is for you to decide. Here are the details so you can make up your mind. Officially classified as a quadricycle, this little car is expected to cost around $18,000. Its cabin seats 2 and a full charge delivers a range of about 145 kilometers. The top speed is limited to 90 kilometers per hour, but since it is built for city driving, that is more than enough. The GK10 is built for young drivers, delivering an experience close to pro-level go-karting from the very first ride. Boredom is simply not an option with this little beast. Its 6.2 horsepower engine lets it hit speeds of up to 48 kilometers per hour. With that kind of speed, safety becomes essential, and the GK10 has it all. First, a strong protective roll cage shields the driver. Second, the engine can be shut off remotely in case of an emergency. Additionally, the cart is made for easy control, reducing the chance of errors. For example, it includes a digital gear indicator, so the young driver always knows which gear they're in. And how much does the GK10 cost? Considering all these features, compared to models like the Mercedes and the L-Jun, the price is surprisingly fair, just $2,000. Since we have already brought up a James Bond film, let us give a nod to the Aston Martin DB5 Jr. This miniature electric car with a price that is anything but small starts at $116,000. It was launched to celebrate the premiere of the 25th Bond movie, No Time to Die. And just like in the films, it is loaded with gadgets, even toy machine guns that pop out from the headlights. A special driving mode lets you pull off donuts just like 007 himself. And yes, the Aston Martin DB5 Jr. can hit speeds of up to 72 kilometers per hour, with an impressive range of 130 kilometers on a single charge. Sleep easy. Your safety is in the hands of this tiny Batman. He takes his Batmobile job seriously. He even has a Batmobile. This small but lively replica is based on the 1989 model. Back then, the mechanics had a hard time and needed to hunt down Mickey Thompson racing tires, merge 2 in pairs, and fit a Chevy V8 engine. This mini version is much simpler, made mostly of MDF with a far more modest 24-volt electric motor. But its maker still deserves credit. First, he proved that even with a tight budget and basic tools, you can build something pretty cool. And second, just imagine how happy the kid driving it must be. When the new owner got this mini monster truck, there was work to be done. It showed up in non-working condition, so a new engine had to be sourced along with several other repairs. But now, you can take it for a spin around the neighborhood, and in the long run, it might even turn into a solid investment. This model was built by Carter Brothers, and sometimes these can sell for more than $112,000. Definitely not just a toy, but a smart financial move. This cart, inspired by the Chevrolet C3 Corvette, rolled straight out of the 1980s. Despite its age, it has stayed in solid condition and was sold just last year for $1,800. The designers of this cart kept things straightforward. Its base is a tubular steel frame, while the body is built from fiberglass. A few neat details make it stand out even more, like the 1989 New York license plates and the adjustable pedals. So, what do you think? Is it a smart investment, or would you rather go for this model, priced at just $350? Australia has given the world some impressive innovations, and no, we're not just talking about the band AC/DC. Take these revolutionary rotating platforms for example. They can spin an entire concert hall and also serve as a smart car parking solution. The team behind them has worked with clients in countries like Singapore and Canada, offering a tailored approach for every project. One major advantage is the cost savings in parking. That's a big deal when you consider that back in 2015, a single parking spot in Sydney sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Thank you for watching today's TechNew video. If you find these technological inventions useful, Remember to hit the like button and subscribe to see more shocking content. Share your thoughts about these inventions in the comments section below. See you next time.